As we're pushing through a rather calm Shadowlands patch, it's time to remember some of the legacy content we've left behind, that we can now fully solo and award ourselves with a cool mount. In this video, I'll be showing you how to get a beautiful burning dragon on your own or with a group of friends, and that dragon is the Smoldering Ember Wyrm from the Return to Karazhan dungeon introduced back in Legion. My name is Ivona from mumsden.com, and if this is your first time on my channel, go ahead and press that sub button, as I do a bunch of simple WoW guides for classes, dungeons, raids, and collectibles you don't want to miss. Getting into the Return to Karazhan used to require a whole lot of dungeon quests to be completed, but you no longer have to worry about those. All you need to do is switch your dungeon difficulty to Mythic and enter Karazhan through the gate on the tower and prepare yourself for a fast run. I highly recommend getting familiar with the map of Return to Karazhan beforehand if you're not familiar with the instance, as this one will require you to know where you're going. And even though I'll show you my capture in this video, it may not be enough for you to learn the whole route, so plan ahead. As you enter the dungeon, your timer will inevitably start, and you'll have exactly 8 minutes to get to the first purple crystal and click on it. And you'll know it happened as you'll see an emote in chat saying, "The strange chill of a dark presence winds through the air." The way you'll do this is by going from your spawn point to the Opera Hall, where you have to beat the first boss, which is a random one. Then exit the Opera Hall and get to the Opera Audience in order to click on that first crystal. It's at the very top of the audience room and very hard to miss, and you don't even need to pull any mobs there if you have a way to stealth or prowl. Clicking on these soul fragments will add bits of time on your timer, but not too much, so don't get too relaxed just because you can solo the dungeon. Just make sure that only one player clicks on the soul fragments in case you're going with someone else, as more people doing it will just ruin the whole thing. Once you've clicked the first crystal, you'll gain the buff called Medivh's Echo, and it'll have a 6-minute duration. This is now your official timer and what you should be looking at. To get the second crystal, you need to run over to the Maiden's room. The second crystal is located before the boss, so there's no need to actually deal with her. Just click on the crystal and get yourself out of there and run towards Moroes. He is the boss you'll have to defeat in order to get the third crystal, and you'll find it just behind the boss. When I went for my smoldering, I actually forgot to click on this one and had to run back and get it, and I was still on time, so that just proves you can make some mistakes and still get there, but don't test that too much. Also, don't forget to pick up the old keys from the floor if you're here for the first time, as that will unlock additional shortcuts throughout the tower and will help you get to places on time. Your fourth crystal is in the spider room, which is in the lower area of Karazhan. It's easy to spot it, and after you've gotten it, you should click on the portal that will take you back to the stairway so you can get your last crystal. That one you'll find after you've killed the Curator, and that should leave you with a different buff called Medivh's Presence, assuming you've done all of this on time. This buff will allow you to see Medivh on the Magister's Terrace and speak to him in the next 5 minutes, and completing this short scenario will allow you to summon Nightbane on the terrace. If you've never done this before, you'll also get the One Night in Karazhan achievement, which is a nice addition for all the achievement hunters. So the Nightbane gets summoned and it's completely soloable, so you should be able to kill it with your Shadowlands gear in no time. But here's a catch: if you're going alone, there's only a 20% chance you'll get the mount. For every player who joins you, your chances are increased by additional 20%, but I'm going to assume that you're doing this on your own just because, well, you can do it alone now. However, Blizzard has posted some clarifications on how the loot drops work, and you can see them on the screen right now, as well as in the description link for all of you who are going on this adventure with someone else, so check those out. Once you kill Nightbane, you'll have a weekly shot at looting the gorgeous Smoldering Ember Wyrm out of it. If there happens to be a bug of any sort where you can't loot, or you kill it too fast and the corpse gets unreachable, the loot will still be sent to you in the mailbox when you exit the dungeon. Some people have also reported being able to pull additional minions to kill near the corpse, where they can reach them, and by using the AoE loot, they were able to still loot Nightbane inside of the dungeon, so you can do that as well if it happens to you. While you're in the dungeon, there's another fun thing to do, and that is to give it a go for the Midnight's Eternal Reins Mount dropped by Ottoman the Huntsman. You'll find him down in the servants' quarters, and it's a good idea to do this after you've finished with Nightbane so you don't run out of time. And that's it for the Nightbane puzzle. Let me know in the comments if you've got some tips of your own, and if you found this guide useful, leave it a like so more people can find it. If you haven't subbed yet, do it now so you can catch more of these guides as well as the current content stuff. Good luck in Karazhan, and bye bye.